Hello, Flosstube. I am back for another Flosstube episode. This is number 28. When I look down over here, it's because I have all my notes over here, so I try not to forget anything that I want to share with you today. If this is your first time finding me, welcome. If you're coming back, welcome back. This channel has both my cross stitch, so that's the Flosstube episodes. If you see some that say like Facebook Live, that's my stamping, my card making. So both of them are on this channel, so you can pick and choose what you would like to watch. So let's just go ahead and get right into it. I forgot to put in some pictures last time. I had made, I can't remember if it was by heart and hand. I'll have to insert some pictures, but I had finished a little wedding sampler for my niece who got married in June. And I took some pictures of it fully finished, and so I'll insert those here. I forgot to do that last time. And then I have another niece that's getting married the first part of August, so I've been working on a sampler or a piece for her, and I've been working on the country cottage to have and to hold. And so I'm getting close. This is one I've been working on at lunch. I get about 30 minutes at lunch to work. And I now have new project cards. I got these on Etsy from Jen Quirks and Stitches. She does the 24 hours of cross stitch. She has these, it's just a PDF that you download and then print out. And they're meant to be two-sided, so if you want to keep up with the dates and the time that you spent on each one. But I do all of that in my planner, so I really didn't need the other side for that. So I just printed the front side. So now I have in front of me the material, the fabric, so I can tell you. On this one, I think I told you before, I'm not going to stitch the church at the top. While I love that and would love to, I just do not have time to do that and get it ready for when we go to their wedding. So I'm thinking about repeating this little pattern at the bottom, at the top, above the words, and putting their initials there. So I may do that, but I need to get busy and get it finished so I can get it fully finished so we can take it to the wedding with us. So I've been working on it at lunch, but I'm gonna have to start working on it at home too. All right, my next whip, I picked that paper with the wrong one. This one, I don't have the exact fabric. It's called Harbor Gray. It was made especially for this sampler, and I'll put a picture in of what the full thing will look like. This is Serenity Harbor Sampler by the Bay Needle Art, and this was part of my whip go for July. So I spent 11 hours on it and got 983 stitches. And I'll pull it back so you can see the whole thing. And then the part I worked on was this part here. It's really hard to see. Okay, here we go. And it's hard to see that ship. It's easier to see in person, but there's a ship here that I did and finished up, filled in some more of this green here. So I still have a long ways to go on this one, but it was really fun to get it back out and work on it. That's what I love about this whip go is I haven't worked on this project in years, and so it was really fun to just get it back out and do some more work on it. So I'm not sure when I'll work on it again, but I had fun working on it this month. And then I'll show you my other project that was called for whip go a little bit later because it's a part of my plans. So let's see what's next. Oh, so I'm in several Facebook groups, and it keeps me stitching, so it's fun, but sometimes it's a lot to try and keep up with. But in Semi-Sane, they always have some new prompts every month, and one of the prompts this month was to start something new that is a summer project. So I started the calendar crates, the August one, and I didn't want to do it on black, so this is 32 count Baltic green, and I'm using the called for Classic Colorworks, and this is how much I have done. Yeah, it's just a nice soft green. It's really a pretty chart. I'm having fun with it. So that was one of the prompts or one of the events in Semi-Sane. And then another event that I should have thought out more before I put my whips in, they've got something called Uno. So they spin a wheel every day and you have 4 whips that you've listed. And so if it spins one of the 4 numbers, then you stitch 100 on that whip. If it spins a wild, you stitch 200 on any whip. If it spins draw 2, you pick any of your 2 of your 4 whips and do 100 on each. If it's wild, you stitch, did I already say that? 200 on any one you want. And then and those, you can just do them as you have time. You don't have to have them done in 24 hours. If it spins Uno, you have to stitch 100 stitches on each of your 4 whips within a 24-hour period. And it's nice, you're not like out of the game if you don't do that. You just don't get those extra entries into their drawing. So I decided, for whatever reason, to pick 4 of my Heaven and Earth that I had started in May as my 4 whips, instead of picking my 2 whip go ones or something else I'm supposed to be doing, and gifts or something. Nope, I picked 4 Heaven and Earth. So I've been spending more time on my Heaven and Earth than I probably should this month, but it's been fun. So this one is Beachcomber's Bounty, and I'll put a picture in of what the full thing will look like and where I was last time. All of these Heaven and Earth are on 28 count easy guide. And so this one, I forgot to tell you, on the calendar crate, I spent 7 hours on it and stitched 660 stitches. This one, I stitched 21 hours and got 2,228 stitches. It is so fun. I just love seeing, so down here you can see this dark part coming in. That's the next starfish coming in. I've got a lot of blue to go before I start getting into some of the other colors, but it's so pretty. It was one that I would often pick for my wild just because it's so pretty and I can see something in it. I can see those starfish. All right, I'm kind of folding these back up because I already have a mess here on my table. Try and keep it a little bit under control. Okay. Then the next Heaven and Earth one I worked on, well, I don't know if it was the next one, but another one is the Hot Air Balloon Sunrise. Oh, I forgot to tell you, the Beachcomber's Bounty, that is Heaven and Earth. The artist is Amy Stewart. The artist, and I'll put a picture in, this is Hot Air Balloon Sunrise. I'll put a picture in of what it's going to look like and where it was last time. This is a Heaven and Earth, and it is, the artist is Lars Stewart. And this one, I spent 6.5 hours on and did 485 stitches. And this one, I got the max color one. So it's a lot more, it's got a lot more confetti in it. So it's kind of hard to see. I can't wait till I start getting into the balloons on this one, because there's a lot of sky before I get into the balloons. But that will be fun when I get there. A lot of color changes then too, I'm sure. All right. Next one I'm going to show you is, this is Mini Bouquet Sampler. It's by Jeanette Douglas. It's a free chart on her website, and she puts out a new bouquet each month, and I am behind. I have finished May finally. I'll put a picture in of what the full thing will look like. But I finally finished May. So I've been working on the border a little bit, and then I need to get June in here. And then I need to get July done. So I've gotten behind on this one. This month I spent 5 hours on this and stitched 498 stitches. And this is on, I don't know what fabric this is on. Oh, I didn't write it on there. 32 count Dead Sea Scroll. So I need to write that on my little project card there so I can remember next time. All right, and then this is It's not my last Heaven and Earth. This is the one I've got the most progress on. This is Riverwalk Charm, and I'll put a picture in of what the full thing will look like and where it was last time. And this month, or since the last Flosstube, I've spent 4 hours stitching on it and stitched 306 stitches. So this one you can really see things coming together. And I think I've told you before, I'm starting to try and convert it over to diagonal. I think the one thing I really like about the diagonal is I don't have to try and figure out where I'm going next. I just know, take the next one, work it down, take the next one, work it down. When I was working on this before I did diagonal, I'd be like, well, what color do I want to do next? Do I want to do over here? Do I want to fill in? Do I want to, you know, and I spent more time trying to figure out what I was going to do next than actually stitching, it felt like. So now with the diagonal, I don't have to worry about that. I just take the next one. And then the last one that I did work on this month, Riverwalk Charm, is, the artist is Ruane, it's R-U-A-N-E, I'm not sure how to say it, Manning, and it's Heaven and Earth. And this is another Amy Stewart. This is the Grand Library, and I'm doing just regular color, regular size. I know a lot of people are doing the max color, max size, or super size max color. If I get this one done in my lifetime, it'll be a miracle. So this one, I only spent an hour on it and only added 108 stitches. So you probably won't even be able to see any difference from where it was last time. But I've got to catch up. So yesterday was a draw 2, and I only got 100 stitches done for it on my Riverwalk Charm. And then today was a wild. So I may end up just going ahead and doing them all on this one. Since I didn't get much done on it before, I may do the other 100 for yesterday and the 200 for today on that one, just to make some progress. Okay, that's what I worked on this month. I should have added up all the stitches. I meant to do that just to see how many stitches I put in this, not this month, since the last Flosstube, which was about 3 weeks ago. All right, so plans for the coming weeks. I will still continue to try and work on my Heaven and Earth. I really have got to get some of these other things worked on too. So we'll see. So this next one that I want to work on is called Open Your Heart. It's Stitch Rovia. It's one I got off of Etsy. It's on 32 count Smoky White by Zweigart, and I'll put a picture in of what the full thing will look like and where it was last time, but here's where we are now. So this is a gift for my son and his girlfriend who are moving to Denver pretty soon. And it's got mountains. You'll have seen the picture, but it's got mountains up here. So it seemed like a good project to do for them. They're starting a new adventure in the mountains. And then my Whipco pieces. So I still need to catch up on Mini Bouquet Sampler. These are the July Whipco. The Serenity Harbor was the last one from June. So these next two I'm going to show you are my July Whipco. So yeah, I need to retire. I think I've still got another 5 years before I can retire, but I wish I could retire today and just stitch. Okay, so one of the numbers that was called for me for Whipco is Portrait of Veronica by Mirabilia. And so this is what she will look like. I just love this. And I haven't even looked at this for a while, so I don't know how much I have done. Oh, here. It's like, I don't even know which way it goes. So here's where we are to start out for Whipco. So that's part of the front part of her dress, the lighter part. So we'll see what progress I make with 10 hours of stitching on her. I ought to make some good progress. That's what's so fun about Whipco, because you just post, or at least I have been, just posting a start picture. And for Whipco, whatever your goal is up to you. I just picked 10 hours stitching on each of my Whipco projects. But you pick whatever goal you want. But it's fun for me to see. I just post a start picture and then an end picture after 10 hours of stitching, and it's fun to see how much I've done. And then the other one that was called for WIPGO, and I don't have a project card for this one yet. Let's see. Oh, it's Witchelt 32 count Vintage Country Mocha. It's VCM, so I imagine that's Vintage Country Mocha. And this is Heart and Hand Square Dance. And so I'm doing it all. I saw it when I went to a class in Tulsa at the Silver Needle. I can't think of the lady's name, but the designer of this was there. She was one of the teachers, or whatever you want to call it. She was one of the designers that was there for the event. And she had it all done on one long piece. So that's what I'm doing too. Just all of the months on one long piece. Let me show you a little closer now. So I haven't worked on this for a while, and I'm on May. So in 10 hours, I ought to be able to finish May and probably June also. So I'd have some good progress to show you. I'm thinking this might be a good one to take in the car. We'll see. I do have to, when I'm traveling in the car, I can't take anything where I have to count too far away, because when you're stitching in the car, it is a little jumpy, and so just counting threads to move across the ways is not easy. All right, so that's my plans. Lots of stitching needs to be done, but it's fun. I love it. And then haul, I've got some haul. I went to my LNS this morning and picked up some fabric. So the first one is, I've seen several Flosstubers stitching on some of these. These are Madame Chantilly Celebrate. There's a whole Celebrate series. This one is Celebrate Summer. And I just think they are so cute, and I haven't done any of them, so I decided to pick up one. And so I just got, this is something blend, 32 count. I don't know. I always take my glasses off because they glare so much. Barb's Blend, I think is what it says. So it's just a nice gray. So that's what I'll do on that one. And it's just DMC, so I made sure I picked up all of those. So I would like to start that. And then I haven't sorted out all the floss for it yet, but I purchased last night on Etsy Stitchrovia. It is on the beach. So this is, picture this plus fog that I got for it, because it looked kind of sandy. So I'll insert a picture of what the project will look like, but I picked up the fabric for that and the DMC. And then some charts, of course. Oh, I did pick up one more fabric last week. The Barbara Ann mystery, it's called Winged something. I'll put a picture in of what it will look like, because it's fully been revealed now. So I picked up, this is 32 count Summer Khaki for that. And now I'll show you my charts. This one's been around, I don't know, yeah, 2018, but I just never had picked it up, and I saw Flosstuber stitching it. I really need to stay off of Flosstube because it just finds more haul for me to buy. And I would have to live to be 1,000 to stitch everything that I have, but I collect. So this is Plum Street Samplers Tomato Dame. I love it on that blue or blue-gray fabric. That tomato really looks pretty on that. And then I've been collecting the Quaker, the monthly Quakers from the Heart Needle Art by Wendy. So this is August, which I not picked up yet. I should have picked up the floss for that one, I guess. I might have some of that. And then September, I think, just came out not too long ago. So there's September. And I did go ahead and pick up the threads for it. Purple is my favorite color. So there's those. So that's for the September one. And I haven't picked up any fabric. I'll have to see if I have some in my stash. I need to start really looking in my stash and using up some of that. And then the latest of the Cottage Garden Samplers A Year in the Woods is the owl. Look at the colors in that one. Just gorgeous. I have not started any of these. I've got fabric ordered from Bestitch Me. They had just a whole set of fabric for the whole series, and it was so hard to get the Picture This Plus fabric that I just ordered that. I haven't heard anything about it yet, so I don't know how long it will take, but it's not like I don't have something else to stitch while I'm waiting. And then I just saw this one today. I hadn't seen anybody stitching it, but I just thought it was so pretty. It's Ink Circles. I think it's a new one because it was on the new rack. Yes, 2022. Thistle Crown. Again, it's got some purple in it. It's really pretty. It's, well, it calls for Gloriana. So I may have to, I might get Gloriana. Might be kind of fun for a change. And then I don't remember who I saw. No, I think I just watched Elizabeth Matthews. Or Liz Matthews. I think I just watched her Flosstube and she was showing some of her new stuff. So this is Garden Side Sampler and Tree. I just thought it was so pretty. Those colors are so pretty. Let's see, is she using, yeah, DMC. And she does have NPI there if you want it, but I'll use DMC. And then this one I had on order from my LNS, and it just came in. It's Barbara Anna's Sailing Dreams. Sorry, it's hard. I just couldn't take them all out. I just didn't take the time to do that, but I'll have to look and see if I have some good fabric for that. And then these two are just a part of series that I've, you know, when they come in, they send them to me. This is the Country Cottage Needlework Nutcracker Village. This is Spanish Chocolate Shop. You've probably seen these from other Flosstubers, or you may have them. And then Little House Needleworks Fall on the Farm. This is Pumpkin Patch. And I have a big piece of fabric to do all of these on. I haven't started them yet. And I think Fauna Pfeiffer has a border. So if you're doing them all together on one piece, I think she's got a border. And I think I had, when they cut the fabric, I had them leave a little bit of extra because we had heard that she was going to do a border. And this is from Annie B's Folk Art. It's called Be Sweet. Isn't that cute? Someday, I would like to have a bunch of bee and sunflower, like little smalls. I have a dough bowl that is never full because I tend to work on all these big projects, but I would like to have like a bunch of sunflower and bee charts for summer that I could put in there. So that's why I picked that one up, because I thought that would be a good one to put in my dough bowl someday. And then this is Heart and Hand Doodles Halloween. I don't think I've shown this to you. I might have. I don't think so. And I need to see if I have the rest of them, because I saw when I was at my LNS this morning, there's like autumn and winter. Those were the ones I saw. So I need to make sure I have all of them. And then this is Jardin Privé. Spring Quaker is what it means, I think, in French. I'm not going to try and pronounce it in French. And that one, I'll probably change and do different colors, or, you know, like one variegated that to me is spring. I don't know. We'll see. All right, that's it. Bunch of stuff to show you today, so it was a little bit longer video. Hopefully I will have lots of progress to show you next time. Like I said, I'm going to be traveling, so I'm not sure exactly when the next video will be, but hopefully I'll get a lot of stitching done in the car. We've got, you know, 12-hour trip and a 12-hour trip back, so 24 hours of traveling, so maybe I can get some stitching done while I'm there doing that. And I think that's it for this time, so I will see you next time. Thank you so much for joining me, and keep stitching.